And you could dial in your bike as much as you want for your 2-up bike trip, but the most important ingredient is your ride or die. Someone who's down to actually crush the miles and laugh when the road gets tough. Roll with the punches. You need a tough passenger to handle the real miles. And mileage count, where are we at? 406 miles so far. That's baby miles. That's a leisurely ride. We're not going crazy, but you know. That's right. If you're a true mile-crushing psychopath, then the way that you prep for your upcoming coast-to-coast 10,000-plus mile bike trip is by, of course, doing a little mini bike trip 2 days before you're about to actually hit the road. So that's what we're doing. You know, as you can see, the bike is loaded up, not for just me, but actually a 2-up moto camping bike trip where we're going to be doing I don't even know, we haven't planned it, 1,000, 2,000-plus, whatever mile bike trip, where one of the big destinations is we're heading to scenic Ohio. Specifically Youngstown. Jenny, she's really into weaving tapestries. One of the things that she created got selected to be in a museum out there. So we figured, let's make a bike trip out of it. Let's ride out there, do some moto camping, test out some of this new gear that I have. Some essentials. The first essential is this one. This is the hat that you get if you've ever completed a 1K in one day. Reserved for the true mile crushers. And of course, we're going to be running my new Road Runner from Mad Squirrel up in Canada. Very excited for this thing. Running some new straps instead of the usual 20 bungee cords. I'm sure the internet will appreciate that one. Much cleaner pack job. And definitely a much cleaner pack job than all the pack jobs I've done in the past for 2-up moto camping. Pretty satisfied with this. Let's hope it doesn't wind up on the side of I-80. And yeah, I got a whole bunch of new moto camping gear to test out. Specifically a bunch of stuff that was recommended for me from Stacy Wilt Ride to Food, bunch of stuff from Sea to Summit. So gonna be mixing in actually cooking while moto camping, so excited to be trying that. So we're doing a lot, we're mixing it up a lot today. I'm glad you guys joined us for the real miles, brother. And I'm also really excited, you can't see it, but let me take them off. Super excited for these. These are my new riding glasses. These are the Ospreys from Flying Eyes Optics. And the reason why these glasses that look like ordinary glasses are so amazing for riding is, as you can see, the stems here are razor thin. So a lot of the riding glasses that I have, I feel like when I pack them into my helmet, I don't have a lot of room. It starts to get uncomfortable after about 500 miles. These are razor thin, so I actually forget that I'm even wearing these, so super stoked for these. If you're someone that rides with riding glasses, definitely check these out, worth the investment. I do have some more information in my description if you're interested in these. And that's it, you know, we're about to hop on this old hog, about to lay down some real miles, head out west. Clear Pennsylvania. Man, you don't realize how long of a state Pennsylvania is until you do these types of trips. Head into Ohio, check out some cool stuff, and do some moto camping. So follow us along today for the journey. You're not going to want to miss this one. Beautiful morning out here as we blast through the mountains. And yeah, we have all the necessary ingredients for a successful bike trip. A lot of you want to comment about my white seat over here, saying that it's feminine. Hey bro, don't assume my bike's gender. Hey bro, stop sexualizing my seat. And you know what? If it was going to be feminine, that's fine, because it's designed for her. As you can see, this is the Saddleman Touring step up, so she actually has a whole lot more surface area in that passenger pavilion, plus gel padding, so you want to keep your passenger happy on the road. Alright, so we're going to keep it moving. We're having a blast out here. We're going to go gas up, and I'll pick it up after we've laid down a couple, maybe 100 or 200 miles. Let's get moving. All right, so 100 miles into our trip, and a really pleasant 100 miles of all eastern Pennsylvania back roads. Man, do not sleep on those Pennsylvania back roads. Hell yeah. But anyway, we figured it was an appropriate time to stop. Major shout out to my brother Vong Asphalt, because if he was with me, this is where we'd be stopping. None other than the old Cracker Barrel. I'll tell you what, man, if you are a mile crusher, the Cracker Barrel is an oasis, because you know what? It's good food and it's really fast, man. For the mile crushers out there, you know, the Cracker Barrel is tried and true. It was actually Jenny's first time at the Cracker Barrel, so yeah, that was a pretty big occasion. Everything's going pretty good. You know, nothing got stolen off the bike because we're pretty far from Brooklyn, so that's great. And basically, like I said, we're about 100 miles in. We're about to be hitting the old I-80, which your old friend FXDLS Brooklyn has hit many a time, having to go out west on all the cross-country trips. So I'm no stranger to the old I-80, and let me tell you, I'll save you guys the drudgery of 300 plus miles on I-80. I think I'll pick it up when we get to our destination. Not talking trash on I-80, but just let me tell you, it's not the most exciting riding you're ever going to do in your life. It's a means to an end, let's just say that. Pennsylvania is a long state, I'll tell you that much. Pretty good miles so far. You know, the only thing they don't tell you about running a perforated jacket is when it is chilly, you might as well be wearing a t-shirt, because all that cold air just goes straight through it. So definitely some chilly initial miles this morning. It was happy to be getting some of that warm coffee in me. What do you think, brother? How's it going so far?
Pretty good, brother.
All right. So pretty good, brother. We're doing pretty good. The passenger's happy. That's because she has the Saddleman Touring Step Up. Look at that luxurious passenger pavilion. That's right. Keep your passenger comfortable.
It actually is really comfortable.
See that? It actually is really comfortable. Not a Saddleman ad. This is real mile crushers doing real miles. That's right. Of course, she's got her Lexan Novus, so we could communicate and talk about all the nice cows we just saw on the side of the road. You know, a lot of deer, a couple chipmunks, a lot of wildlife.
It's the groundhog.
Oh, we had a groundhog too. Great. All right, but that's really it. Like I said, as always, shout out to the Cracker Barrel. Shout out to my brother, Vong Asphalt. Wish you were here with us. We're going to crush our 300 plus miles down I-80, and then I will pick it up when we get to our next destination out in the great state of Ohio. Let's get into it. All right, so we are out here in Youngstown, Ohio. Been a while since I've been out here. Usually when I'm doing my cross countries, I typically just pass through here. This is like pretty much where you enter the state of Ohio after clearing Pennsylvania. So pretty cool to actually come in and check out what's going on here in Youngstown. We usually just stop in Akron, which isn't too far from here. But let's see, mileage count, where are we at? 406 miles so far. That's baby miles. That's a leisurely ride. We're not going crazy, but you know, like I said, we've only done 400 miles. In terms of the scale of miles that we do, that's on the low side, so we actually decided we're going to keep riding. She found a cool campground that's more inland within Pennsylvania. We've been on I-80 all day, so we need a break from I-80, so we're going to go somewhere that's like 50 miles south of that within Pennsylvania. So across the border, set up camp, we'll do that. She's big time now. She's big time. It was really cool to go in there and see the exhibit that they had on display for her work. You know, the whole show itself was really cool. If you're into like tapestries and quilts and stuff like that, it was all thread-based art that was on display. Found a really cool Vong Asphalt aesthetic skull thing in there too. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. But yeah, really proud of your girl Jenny. She's crushing it. And yeah, we're gonna hop back on the bike and get some more miles, brother. Always a good time in Ohio. I know a lot of great riders from Ohio. And the real MVP has been this water bottle holder from the Mad Squirrel in Canada. The perfect size for my 40-ounce canteen. This thing is great. Love not having this take up space in my saddlebag. But yeah, Ohio, always a good time out here. And as you can see, the weather is just picturesque, dude. Weather's been simply beautiful, you know, just been really enjoying the day after some serious heat waves this summer out in my state in New York. So beautiful day, man. We got over 400 miles on the odometer from today, and I still feel fresh and raring to crush more. And that's just what happens when you dial in your bike properly. And 65,000 miles later with this bike, I do feel like this bike is literally tailored to everything I possibly want and need to be the vicious mile crusher that I am. So even doing it two up with my wife on the back, as well as all my camping gear and her gear, and even still, this bike just holds it down. You never know, it's got almost 70,000 miles on it. My Dyna FXDLS. Hey man, you good?
Yeah, I got a guy coming with a trailer.
I got a tool roll and air compressor if you need anything.
Well, I'm not getting on some. I think my ignition switch is messed up. It'll turn over, but it won't fire. Either that or I got a bad coil.
You think it's the starter?
No, it's spinning over good.
Yeah.
But it won't fire. I think it's a coil, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Well, if you change your mind, I got tools.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you.
And 500 plus miles later, here we are. Found this great little secluded spot over at this campground, and yeah, I gotta say, the last 100, a little bit more than 100 miles was all just fantastic back roads coming through western Pennsylvania heading east. And yeah, you know, being on I-80 all day, not that, you know, I'm not hating on I-80. I-80 has some scenic parts and everything, but after being on I-80 all day, it was just really nice to mix it back up and end the day the way we started it, which is just doing all back roads. And like I said, the bike just performed phenomenally. Just to show you guys what's going on, so yep, we wrapped it up at 550 miles. You know, that's for me, solo, that's a light day, but doing 2 up miles and mixing in moto camping in there, I think that's an appropriate amount of miles for a given day, so I'm pretty happy with that. She actually said that as much as you hate on this seat, that she actually wound up preferring this seat finally over the SDC. It took the 500 mile mark for her to say that this is the superior seat for the long miles, so she's really happy with it. So my bros out there, you don't have to sell your Dyna to buy a bagger. Just get the Saddlemen touring step up, trust me. And I finally remembered to adjust my suspension properly to handle the extra weight, and I'm very glad that I did, so don't sleep on that. So pretty standard setup here. You know, we set up camp, show you a little bit about what's going on now. So probably the newest development in the moto camping game is, as you can see, we are running the Jetboil Mighty Mo, it's called, and Jenny's got some delicious smelling fresh kielbasa on this thing, and man, I wish you guys could smell this. Whew, this is going to be good after a long day of miles, brother. We decided that this year we wanted to incorporate some cooking into our loadout, so this is definitely new for us, so this is exciting. You know, really excited to use this new gear. This is from Sea to Summit. All this stuff is collapsible and just folds up into like a disc this big, which is what's allowed us to do this off the bike. So shout out to Ride to Food and Sea to Summit. This stuff is great. We're actually going to be doing some soup in here after we do this kielbasa that we're doing, so don't sleep on cooking, man. It can be done. And major shout out to this bag. Whew, this thing, man. The Roadrunner by Mad Squirrel up in Canada. This bag surpassed my expectations. I am very excited to have this be my main bag for the summer, so shout out to that dude. This thing absolutely crushed it today. I was able to fit our entire loadout in this bag. So, and that's it. You know, it's party time now. You know, I've got my spin drift. What do we got here? This is grapefruit. You know, yeah, we're definitely partying really hard. I'm gonna get back to living life, cooking dinner, enjoying this beautiful campground in the beautiful state of Pennsylvania. And yeah, it's just been an amazing day. Really amazing mix of my wife's passions and my passions all in one day. So super proud of my wife. It was really cool checking out her art exhibit out in Ohio. So yeah, just really excellent day. So like I said, only 550 miles. For me, that's not a heavy day. For someone whose average is 800 plus mile days, not a super heavy day, but you know, still feeling good with that. So we're gonna close out here. Thanks for checking it out, y'all. Hope you enjoyed this one. There will be a whole lot more mile crushing and moto camping within this given season, so it can be done. 2-up moto camping can be done on the Dyna platform if you do it right. So that's all I got for this one. Stay safe, stay low. We do have some new merch available. Check it out at outrideyourdemons.com. Get yourself some sticker packs, t-shirts, find something on there you like. And on that, FXDLS Brooklyn is out.